Well, hello, my name is Dan and I'm going to show you how to put up a polytunnel. So the main purpose of my channel is to show people how to grow their own fruit and vegetables no matter what size garden, allotment or growing space they do indeed have, and a very exciting video coming up for you now. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe, and you can always check me out on Dan_Home Gardens on Instagram if indeed you are interested. So this is the site where the polytunnel is going to go. And you can see this hard standing in the middle here. So it's very important that one takes note of that. I'm going to be leaving that here because I think it could be quite useful for the polytunnel project. So what I've done is dug a trench here, and you can see over here I've took a little bit of soil out of the mound, if you will, over that side. Here, once again, I've done the same thing. So you can see, dug a little trench here and across here like that. So you can see up against the fence that there's a tree stump here, and I've removed some of the roots here so that I could dig the trench. Now over this side you can see just how much soil I have removed from here. So you can see the hard standing, and what I've done is dug it down so that it's roughly level with the hard standing on this side. So a frame is going to go across the hard standing from that side of the mound and across there, and it's going to come all the way down here and back across. So it's going to be a very sturdy structure that will be able to withstand strong winds, which is very important indeed when it comes to putting up a polytunnel. Hello there, it's the 8th of May 2020, and today I'm going to be building the polytunnel, or at least part of it. So I'll show you the materials and I'm going to give a step-by-step on how I'm going about constructing this. Right, so you get the general idea. There are the raw materials. So I've got some bricks here, I've got some posts here, and there's some more posts over there. I've got some cable ties, 2x4 wood, post fix for putting the posts in the ground and securing them with concrete, and there is the polytunnel itself in 3 boxes. I've got some wood preservative right there for painting the 2x4 pieces of wood to give them a longer time before they rot. So here's the polytunnel itself. So it's 3 by 6 by 2 meters. So I've removed the tops of the boxes and you can see what we've got here. So these are the raw materials for the polytunnel itself. Cover there. And under this, there you go, and the oh so important tape there. So what I'm doing is putting a brick oversight around to put the 2x4s on to stop water getting to them quite so much, to hopefully help prevent rotting. So you can see here I've got a hard standing, and what I'm doing is putting the bricks on level with that. So it's involving chasing out the trench a little bit and maybe adding some dirt in certain places, some soil, in order to level it all up so that the frame can sit on that nice and secure and reasonably level. So that's the brick undercourse base all done. So I've got all the different parts to put together. I'm putting them all together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You understand where I'm coming from. The reason why I'm doing this is to make it easier when I finally construct it, so I'm not running around looking for different bits. So for instance, like we've got 8 here and 3 there. You get the idea. I'm going to get them all out, and it'll be nice then when I've got them out to then put them in numerical order, and that will then help to make the whole process that much more streamlined. That's what he says anyway. Okay, so all the bits are spotted out, as you can see, and the next step is to put it all together. Now, so here you go, the instructions. So you can see here that this lists all the parts and more on that side, and here it shows a blueprint, if you will, drawing of the overall construction with all the numbers. And here again, so this is the top bit, there you go, numbers once again. And it's very good, you know, to look through and just take each section at a time. So for instance, when you're doing the door end, look, you can just do this bit, you know, don't look at the whole thing in one hit, you know, just do little bits. And you know, even if you do it over a period of days, that's okay, don't have to rush, take your time. But that's the overall idea. Okay, so you can see that's what I'm going to be aiming for, and I'm just going to be chewing over what side I'm going to be working on first. And honestly speaking, logically, create ground frame, although it says that that's step 4, so there we go. There you go, so there's the frame at the bottom, and you can see that it's all clicked in very nicely. It's all very straightforward stuff. Okay, I'll just see if I can, basically you see, you just click it in like that, you get it, and that's how the whole polytunnel is. So the main reason why I wanted to get the bottom framework of the polytunnel made first is because I wanted to know where to put my posts in the corner. So what I'm going to be doing is digging some holes and putting some posts in, and then the wooden frame that I'm going to build very shortly underneath the bottom frame of the polytunnel, between that and the bricks, the 2x4 frame, I'll then screw the posts onto that. So the wood I'm going to be using as posts are these bits here, got a few of them, and you can see, so what's that, 15 centimetres, just under 6 inches that way, and that way just over 7 centimetres, just under 3 inches. So I'm digging my holes for my posts to go into, onto the final hole now for the time being. Well, so I've got 3 of the 4 corner posts in now, and I've used the postcrete, you know, the post-fix concrete, the ready mixed stuff, if you will, that you just put in the hole. Very effective so far. That's one. And there's another one there. And here's the third one. Basically the way that I'm going about doing it, that's the hole dug, and I've got my posts here, and I'm simply proceeding to put the post in like so. Right, and then I'm just getting a pencil. I mean, really one should measure it exactly with a tape measure, but through experience I can kind of judge. And what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to take it off just about there. So I've made a pencil mark. When you're putting a post in, what I like to do is make sure I can get the concrete all the way around the post. So you can see the hole there. I've made sure I can get a good few inches of concrete around the post to hold it in. So here we go. I'm just going to concrete the final post for this in. Put a little bit of that in. Just going to make sure that I get plenty of the mix around the post. Hold it in nice and strong. Around there, bit of water. Last bit. post fits in there, look. There we go, that's the fourth corner post in. So the next stage, done the other three, but just to fill in, doing this one-handed, but you get the idea, fill in the holes with the soil that came out of them originally. So there's the base. Now, 2x4s are now there over the course of bricks. Posts are in, and you can see what the general idea is going to be. So that's your corner, your right angle there, and this post, I'm going to then get some screws and screw this frame to the post, and maybe some other methods of strengthening it as well. Maybe, you know, some wood over the top to just give it an extra bit of hold. Do that in every corner and it should be a very secure base which can hopefully withstand winds. So the main frame of the polytunnel is now constructed, and going to call it a day for today, but quite happy with the progress. So there you go, there it is. So a few little things that took a bit of time to work out. So the corners here, one has to make sure they line them up properly, and you have to make sure that you've lined it up properly with where the holes are to then put these supports in. So a few of them, I put them up and I realised I'd got some of these posts upside down, and of course when it came to lining up these supports down the side, they didn't fit. So just, you know, plan ahead, and before you, put too much all together, just make sure that you're a little bit ahead of the game and everything will be lined up for later on. I mean, the chances are when you are doing this, you will get a few things not quite right, but with a bit of patience one can rectify any errors. So one thing I like about this polytunnel is these oval supports here, because of course you couldn't have the cover of the polytunnel sitting on this straight bit because water and snow etc could sit on it and cause damage. So the way they're connected is with like clips like this. So you can see the clip there, it just gets, if it's undone like that, and then all you do, there you go, you just re-clip it on like that. So it's very, very good. So one thing I like about this polytunnel design is the hinged door. So I've just lifted this up like this. You could see where it goes onto. It just sits on there like that, and you construct it so it just fits nice and snug. That way you've got a lovely hinged door without having, you know, something flapping about, and it just goes down like that. So that's a feature of this polytunnel I really, really like. And you've got these supports and you just put it up there like that, and it goes all the way up, and all you do is, as you're tightening it, you just tighten it accordingly so that you can get it on, and then you tighten it to get some tension, and that helps to support the door. So very, very nice idea in general. So I'm fixing the corners. Now you can see the way I've done this. I've got a block of wood here, and you could see the 2x4 frame and the post that's concreted in. And what I've done is overlapped this block of wood here with the post and the frame, and the same here. I'm going to get some long screws as well and screw right through here to make sure this is very, very secure. And you can see that at the bottom of these corners, what there is these sort of holes in these round things, and what I've done is put a screw from here. I drilled a hole first and then put a screw right down into it, so it's very, very secure indeed. So this polytunnel has these round sort of shaped watsits, if you will, the whole way along, and what I'm going to do once again is screw a piece of wood over the top, screw it through, and then attach it either side, so that way it holds it the whole way round. So there you go, I'm going to be doing this the whole way round. So hole drilled in the middle through the metal round thing, and with a screw either side to hold that piece of wood nice and secure to the 2x4. So there you go, all secured, well hopefully anyway, using these sort of little bits of blocks of wood across each round thing. So there we go, hopefully that'll hold should any storms come this way. Next step is to now put this white tape on the bits that could get warm and damage the plastic cover of the polytunnel in warm weather. I'm in the process of putting the tape on, so what you want to do is put it on the bits that come into contact with the cover of the polytunnel, because this metal here will get very warm, and you can imagine that over a period of time on a very, very warm day, touching the cover of the polytunnel, it could perish it, etc, etc. So out of all the things, this may be something that one is tempted to skimp on, but I wouldn't advise you do that. So the next stage is to put the cover on. Yeah, so really don't put the cover on a windy day, okay? Wait for a nice still day. So the cover is now on, and you can see how the cover is secured to the polytunnel frame by these little Velcro tags. So you want to make sure you go around and put all of those on, and that should go a long way to stopping the cover from blowing away. Although, in my opinion, it's not enough, so I'll be going over next other steps I'll be taking to secure the polytunnel cover. Right, so I'm just going to show you a way of securing a cover to give it a bit extra protection from blowing away. So there's the skirting there, and you will remember the bricks at the base here and the 2x4 frame. Okay, so what you do is you simply get your skirting board or batten or whatever bit of wood you're going to use. You want to use a nice strong piece, and all I'm going to do is simply put some screws through into the 2x4 frame, and that will help to hold the cover nice and secure once again. The skirting is now on. Now what would be nice would be to get a bit the whole way, the whole length of the polytunnel, if you can, to really hold that in. So a batten, skirting board, piece of wood, something nice and sturdy, screwed onto the 2x4 frame, that'll really help to hold it secure. At the back of the polytunnel here, you can see I've screwed some ply to the 2x4, and you can see the trench here. I'm going to fill this up with soil, and that will then stop the wind from getting under the plastic cover and taking it off. Also, the weight of the soil will help to keep the cover secure. So I've got some bits of tree stakes here, so I'm going to knock those in the ground. I'm not going to concrete them in, but a bit of extra reassurance with regards to keeping it secure to the ground, and then screw these to the 2x4 frame. That one's in. Little bits like this, very handy, little slithers of wood you can keep. You just sort of put in between there, let the old screw get through there into the wood, hold it better. The next stage is to put the cover of the door on, so there it is, and that just slides over like a sock or a glove. So I'll take it off from the hinges up here and here, and then simply slide it over and do it up with the Velcro that you can see there. It went on quite okay, and at the bottom you can see the Velcro bit that you just do up once the cover is over. The next stage is putting these on. So you just put it through like that, and then you put the other side on, which you can see just like there, and all you do is simply do that bolt up, and then you've got a door latch. Just like so. Takes a little bit of a jiggery pokery, if one will. Okay. Both latches are now on, so you can see what I've done. I've removed a little bit of the cover of the door here so that the latch can move freely. Done the same at the bottom here, so that's very good. And all you do, so just put that in, there we go, done. And there we go, done, nice and secure. But what I advise people do is put like a heavy flower pot or something down here in front of it, really, just in case the wind gets in there and, you know, rips it off. One doesn't really want to be taking chances, particularly with the storms we've had here in the last few months or so. So there we go, one could say it's finished now. So of course there are a few things I've got to tweak, but there we are. Now what I'm going to do is take the camera around so you can have a look, and we'll start now inside. So there we go, there it is. You can see how it's all joined. I'll put that across there like that. There we go. I'll show you the top. And you're aware of how the door works. Down this side I've got the skirting and another piece of wood along here because I can't bury this in the ground so easily, particularly here because there's a concrete hard standing. But when it gets to here, it's buried. See it all the way around like that. And down the back of the polytunnel you can see that once again I've used some wood to secure it here. This is one reason, you see, why I really don't like to see polytunnels and greenhouses and garden buildings right up against fences because or hedges, because it's hard to get to them to service them or build things or whatever. So I like to always leave, like, you know, at least, you know, a good 2 feet really, if possible. So going all the way around. And we're back to the door. So there we go. Any comments, questions or whatevers, please feel free to post them down below. And of course you can always check me out on Dan_Home Gardens on Instagram if indeed you are interested. See you next time.